Tuna. As plant-based athletes, we get a lot of questions about what we eat in a day and how we get enough protein. In this video, we're going to show you exactly what we eat in a day on a weekly basis to get over 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein every single day. Oh, I didn't see you there. I forgot. Today we're showing you what we eat in a day on a vegan diet to build muscle.
We're gonna get started making our breakfast. We're gonna get some oatmeal on the stove, get some smoothies made in our blender, then we'll go over all the ingredients that we put into that high protein breakfast. All right, we got 3/4 of a cup of steel cut oats. Gonna put that in the pot here. We got a reverse osmosis filter here. Gonna fill that up. Get 2 cups of water in here. Gonna put some cinnamon, little pinch of salt here. Got some berries. And we got some mango. Let's make a smoothie. So obviously, basically 0 protein in our fruit. So we wanna make sure we're putting some good protein powder in there. That's gonna give us high protein for our breakfast. So we'll do 1 cup of mango, 2 cups of these berries in each of our smoothies. We're gonna go grocery shopping later, go to Costco, show you guys exactly where we get these berries and mango from. Our favorite protein powder is this Veggie Elite protein powder by MRM Nutrition. We're gonna scoop this into our smoothies. Although 1 scoop is technically the serving size, we both eat a little bit more than that. So I do 1.5 scoops, Mitchell does 2.5 scoops in his smoothie. 2 of the supplements we suggest putting in your smoothie every day, especially as a vegan, is to have B12 and vitamin D. These vitamins are not as abundant in a plant-based diet. That's why we really recommend supplementing them. Creatine is one of our favorite supplements to use in order to get better workouts. We're gonna hit an athletic full body day today, so we wanna make sure we're all boosted up on creatine, gonna help us hit some extra reps on our workout. Final ingredient, don't forget your greens. Good way to get them in the morning is popping them in the smoothie. So I have some homemade sprouts and also some spinach. All right, we let this boil away on the stove. Gonna keep letting it boil a little bit longer, but just stirring it up for now. If you guys haven't caught on, I was behind the camera for this whole thing so Mitchell could avoid making breakfast.
I think I have the harder job here.
We're gonna fill up this smoothie container with some reverse osmosis water. You don't want the tap water in there. It's disgusting. It has fluoride, it has chlorine, it has other shit you don't want in there, so make sure to use some filtered water.
So the oatmeal is done. It was cooking while we made the smoothies. For our toppings for our oatmeal, we're gonna do banana, flax seeds, and chia seeds. This isn't a very high protein aspect of our diet, but it is a way that we can deliver some good nutrients to our body. So we use this as a way to make a big bowl of omega-3s. So it's all about what we top the oatmeal with. So this is a very important part of our breakfast. We're doing flax seeds and chia seeds. The reason for this, on a plant-based diet, you really want to be mindful of how many omega-3s you're getting in your diet. It's very difficult to get enough omega-3s to convert enough of it into DHA. So we have to eat a pretty good amount of this and chia seeds. There's other sources, but they're very scarce. So there's some omega-3s in hemp seeds and walnuts. But if you don't want to overconsume fats, these are probably the most dense sources you can do. We also do a DHA supplement so that we can get a little bit of extra omega-3s. We have the oatmeal, banana, chia seeds, and flax seeds here. Good omega-3s and carbs. We have our fruit and our protein smoothie, so mango, berries, protein powder. Normally we put hemp seeds in the smoothie, but we forgot. So normally we put that in there for some extra minerals and a little bit of extra protein. So normally we like putting some fats in the smoothie to make it creamier. Enjoy the time lapse. So normally this is our pre-workout meal. After this, we're gonna go to Santa Cruz Athletic Club and do an athletic focused workout consisting of some plyometrics, Olympic lifting, and some other fun stuff, but not before we go and walk the dog. Normally we do that before breakfast as some fasted cardio, get a few steps in to start the day, but we'll do that just before the gym. This morning after breakfast, we brought Milo on a nice walk down West Cliff. He got to take a shit and do his thing. He waited very patiently for us to film. And then we had a nice workout at the Santa Cruz Athletic Club. Cue the workout montage. Absolute cinema. Now we're having a nice lunch here at the cliffs in Santa Cruz, looking at the ocean, having a good time, sitting here at Grandma Jane's bench. Shout out to Grandma Jane, probably rest in peace. For lunch, we have tofu, rice, and veggies. This is what we meal prep during the week. If you haven't seen our weekly meal prep video, definitely go check it out. This meal here has about 70 grams of plant-based protein, so perfect post-workout meal. It took a long time to get to lunch, so Alana bought these chips at the store. Corn, avocado oil. Okay, I was about to roast it for being made with like canola oil, but okay, I respect it. I had a few, I was feeling guilty, but avocado, organic corn, jalapeno, lime chips, pretty decent snack. Normally that's not in the routine, but it was taking a while to get to lunch. Alana needed a snack so she wasn't all hangry, but we had some of those. Pretty good. The serving size and macros on screen are for my meals. Alana's meals, of course, are a little bit smaller. At the end of the video, we'll show you our full daily macros.
So in our meal prep, we've got some Cajun tofu, some curry rice, and then we also have some purple cabbage, broccolini, and carrots for veggies. This meal prep is definitely not at its peak at the moment. We did make this 4 days ago, but it's certainly still edible and definitely fuels you up after the workout. We're very proud of the fact that we have all glass Tupperwares in our house now. These are much better for you in terms of not allowing microplastics into your body, especially with stuff that you're heating up. It's really good to get rid of those plastic things in your lives. When we ingest microplastics, it's really not great for our body. It's gonna disrupt your hormones, disrupt your endocrine system. It's not gonna be great for your fertility, so really good to get rid of those plastic Tupperwares, replace them with Pyrex glass Tupperwares.
Brian Johnson said that if I do 10 air squats, I'll lower my blood glucose levels, the equivalent of walking for 20 minutes. So basically, you could do this after you eat and you won't get fat, according to Brian Johnson. If I'm wrong, you can blame Brian Johnson, but I don't know. He just said something about like living longer and like being healthier and stuff.
All right, guys, welcome to Costco. We tried to film at Staff of Life, but unfortunately, the microphone wasn't working, which is really too bad because we saw a guy who was raw dogging it with his shoes off. It was pretty funny. But yeah, go get a Who Let the Dogs Out shirt from infinitemotioncoaching.com when you get the chance. Love to have you guys sport our new t-shirt.
All right, what the fuck is up, YouTube? We're here at the Costco, our favorite place to shop. We're gonna go and show you what's good here at our favorite grocery store. So yeah, it's a great place to get groceries, slip and slides. Look at these are fucking sick.
Are we gonna get one?
Yeah, you can get refrigerators, jewelries, Xboxes. What does Costco not have? I've been wanting one of these.
That's $300.
We can get like the shitty one for $130.
That's more money than we have right now. You guys really need to buy those Who Let the Dogs Out shirts so we can get an air
I've heard this
not air fryer, air
guys,
filter.
Go to infinitemotioncoaching.com. You can buy an Infinite Motion Coaching t-shirt, a Who Let the Dogs Out shirt, or one of our programs. We're trying to save up to buy an air purifier so that we can be healthier. All proceeds go to our new air purifier. If you guys do really good, we might be able to get the $320 one. Brian Johnson said we needed an air filter. He's gonna help us live until we're 120.
What do you think of the sauna?
This seems like a microplastic bomb. You can go in your big plastic heat tent. I'd put that like below plastic food Tupperware. So yeah, it's just, there's a lot of things like with plastic in it that heat up, that get into your system. So we want to avoid a lot of things like that. I know there's plastic everywhere. You're like, oh, everything causes cancer. Yes, everything, sorry, I can't say it. Everything is, there's a lot of things that aren't very bad for you. It causes fucking cancer. I don't give a fuck what you think. I didn't do it. I didn't make it cause cancer. Anyways, so we want to try to avoid as many of those things as we can practically without over stressing it basically. But yeah, avoiding like weird microplastic sauna things or just getting glass Tupperwares, I'd say is a pretty easy first step to improving your life. Anyways, let's get out of there. That's a waste of money. Let's go into the produce section.
Speaking of plastic, we get some shiitake mushrooms in a nice plastic container here. See, this is what we're saying. It can't be avoided completely, but you know, you can try your best. These are our favorite mushrooms to meal
No,
prep.
you should be going foraging in the woods with your wooden basket.
These are in our seitan dinner meal prep that you guys will see in a little bit.
What do you think about the Costco cold plunge freezer challenge?
That sounds like I would not last very long.
What if we did
I'm
it over
kind of
in
a
the
wimp.
freezer area over there where the frozen fruit is? Meat. Ready for some meat?
We don't do that here at infinitemotioncoaching.com. We don't judge you if you do that, but you know,
We don't do
we
meat.
don't do that. We don't do
we
meat.
don't do meat. You make
Or
it sound like it's
tofu meat.
drugs.
We're gonna go get our meat. All right, guys, this is the good stuff. Organic, extra firm tofu. Gonna get 4 of these. So we're gonna skip over the fragrant cancer aisle today, where I got all of the cancer-causing.
We can't put this in there. People
Tide
get mad
and-
about that.
What are the other brands?
They're not ready to hear this yet.
Tide and All and.
If
I'm
you,
trying to
you're
remember.
gonna scare them away.
Anyways, we're skipping over it. We skip over it when we can. So on to the fruit.
Let's go to the anti-cancer aisle. So we buy copious amounts of frozen berries at Costco because they're a really good deal. I need 5 of these. As you saw earlier, we make the smoothie every single day. So this is how we do it. And it's the most cost-effective way to do it. So like you saw earlier, we get this 4-berry blend, all the different berries you can possibly imagine. There's probably more out there, but that's good enough.
Those are all the
mango,
American berries.
Yeah, all American berry mix. Yeah, we
Yeah,
get the
too.
frozen organic mango. That's some good stuff.
Ready to do your cold plunge challenge?
There's too many employees. I would go in here and the coast is not clear. That feels so good to go just sit in the freezer like a cryo chamber. Yeah, so we forgot the hemp seeds in our smoothie this morning, but normally we add that in the smoothie. These are mineral dense. You can see by the label. We have tons of
It's
different
on
minerals in
cinematic.
there. You can take my word for it. You can just like Google AI it, ask it about mineral content of this. Very good stuff. And you get 10 grams of protein per serving. You don't want to rely on that for your protein, but we try to get it from tofu, seitan, protein powder, but that does add up at the end of the day if you can find little things like that to get your fat sources from that have extra protein instead of doing oil in your food or whatever.
So someone made a decision there.
Hell yeah. This is a little bit better, but let's be realistic here. So here's a tip. Look at your ingredient list. You want to look at the order at which these things are listed. So as you can see, we have oats, cane sugar, soy oil, and then wheat and spelt and the ancient grains they're talking about. There's a higher quantity of sugar and oil based on the ingredients. We want to look at the quantity of each one of these ingredients because that order is going to make a big impact on what's actually in there.
I think it really sucks too because they make it seem like this really healthy product. They call it ancient grains as if that's like a good thing.
That's better than the M&Ms, but it's just unfortunate that we find things like this, but then they always add sugar and oil to it. It's just so hard nowadays to go into a grocery store and avoid all of those things that unfortunately are unhealthy, but you know, we try to point you guys in the right direction. Good luck out there. It's a tough world. All right, we're in the oil aisle.
Time to get
14 gram
oily.
Yeah, time to.
Sorry.
We're not going to.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Time to get oily.
So we were talking about it earlier. Hemp seeds, 14 grams of fat, 10 grams of protein. Let's take a look at these oils. We can do any oil. The macros all the same. 14 grams of fat, 0 grams of protein. That's going to be an easy way to add a lot of extra calories to your diet. We do just want to be mindful of how much oil we put in. If we do oil, I highly recommend olive oil in a glass bottle. That's probably the best option you can get. I showed you the little bottle of olive oil. You can give $12 for a gallon of canola oil.
What about corn oil?
Corn oil.
You like corn oil?
Vegetable oil. These are the type of things we don't want to oil our food with. It's not that it's any different calorically. It's all the same calorically, but in terms of how they produce it, there's a lot more contaminants and something like that. I would say the olive oil is much more pure. Some people like organic ghee. I would rather you eat the not vegan thing. Even though I'm vegan, I would recommend this over canola oil or soy oil, or if it comes in a gallon jug like motor oil, you probably shouldn't consume it. But if it comes in a nice little glass container, that means it was actually worth putting in glass. Okay, that's my oil spill. I do it every Sunday on TikTok Live at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We do our meal prep live stream and I give you the oil spill every time.
Time for the beans. These are our favorite beans to put in our meal prep. Gonna put that in the cart. Gotta have beans, guys. Good for fiber, good for folic acid, just good overall for your digestive system. Don't forget the beans, but don't do too many too. Make sure to wash them, otherwise your digestive system will not like that.
Too many rules to beans. Eat beans, not too many, only in the right way. Just breathe air and drink purified reverse osmosis water.
Everything will be fine.
But make sure you have the air filter for $300. All right, tuna. Tuna means start recording, if you didn't know. I highly recommend at Costco. The carts are great for it. They're wide. Just send it down the fucking hill. Okay, so for dinner, we're doing rice, garbanzo beans, seitan. It's the Upton's brand Italian seitan crumbles. Those are really solid, really good macros. And stir-fried veggies. We have shiitake mushrooms, kale, and rainbow chard. We're gonna heat this in the oven. So that's the one thing that's really cool about glass Tupperwares, is that you don't just have to microwave it, you can put something in the oven in this, as long as you have Pyrex glass. So usually we microwave it, but just for the sake of showing you guys how awesome glass Tupperwares are, very versatile, no microplastics. You can put them in the oven, heat them up. Can't recommend it enough. We're gonna leave that in the oven for a little while, put it at pretty low heat, 250. It's evening, we're gonna relax, watch some TV, and have some dinner. So these are our meal preps that we make every single week. We do it on Sunday, we cook for 5 days. We have an entire video where we show you the whole meal prep process. We also have a video where we go grocery shopping. So if you want to see us do more grocery shopping, we have an entire grocery shopping haul video on our channel, and we have a lot more vegan nutrition videos to come. So be sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below. What are your go-to meals for building muscle on a vegan diet?
We're gonna keep watching Survivor. We're starting season 10. We're huge Survivor maniacs, so.
Don't call it that.
Why not?
Enjoy this time lapse of us eating while we watch TV.
Bye guys, we're
See you
too
next
tired.
time. Here we have our daily macros, and as you can see, we're getting over 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, so it's definitely possible to get enough protein on a plant-based diet. If you need help with your nutrition or your workouts, visit infinitemotioncoaching.com, and if you enjoyed this video, check out one of the other videos on screen.